Bienvenue. Welcome to Paul Ricard in France, take 3. If it wasn't as comical, it would be funny. But no, we are back. Hopefully this time actually with a race. I mean, it's only 21:58 in the UK. 1 hour and 30 minutes since we last started this with a absolutely magnificent French item. We're not going to have a formation lap tonight, folks. Connor is going to kindly be alongside me. He's going to share the Discord link to everybody for about the 69th time this evening. We've got one person watching. That's good. We like that. But yes, we are back. Paul Ricard. Unfortunately, the game has descended into a little bit of chaos today. We've had 2 failed restarts. So we've struggled this evening, but we are getting there. Nobody is going to defy the Banshee and the Anaconda. It is 2 species that you do not want to mess with. A Banshee which could rip your head off your shoulders, and an Anaconda who will bite you and eat you alive. Stuvine is there, and Simba has just posted a picture of Mr. Bean as the Mona Lisa, which, with a cup of, well, something that smells. Here we go. Bagmazo is there in Finland. He's 2 hours ahead. So midnight in Finland, the land of the midnight sun. As we are, we will see what happens now. We have got 27 laps ahead of us, folks. And this was the start of the qualifying intro. Bonsoir et bienvenue en MRC Tier 1, les niveaux d'élite où les messieurs de pilotes de MRC affrontent sur et hors piste. La dernière fois en Autriche, nous avons vu que Dynamite ramenait son taureau rouge à la maison en premier avec un hamburger derrière les en deuxième et un Xavier et troisième. Les Wheelie Boys sont dans une 6e. Here we go, 5 red lights. We are getting ready, folks. Guess what? Here we go for the first time tonight. We're underway! We've made it! Here we go! Superb start! There we are for the boys. Everybody has managed to get through superbly. Nice and sunny weather right here in France. Wonderful conditions. Absolutely superb. Everyone looks to have got through. Kid Dynamite's went from pole to 4th. He's plummeted down the field. What has happened to the man in the championship? It is Xavier, the man from Germany, has got into the lead. CBBS! He's up late. He's up into 2nd. Chris Bailey is there in 3rd, and Mandy Cars did move. MTU already 3-second penalty, multiple time warnings. Mark is up to 9th in that McLaren. Although, we've got one of the Kid Dynamite. The pole sitter's gone round. It has, and we've got chaos. We've got chaos aplenty. We've got one of the Alpha Tauris has gone as well. And that is SW into the barriers. Full safety car. We have managed, folks, after 3 attempts at a race, we've managed half a lap before a safety car. I know, boys, you're all excited, lots of testosterone. Cam.
I'd like to just say, first of all, lobby glitches, I blame the French.
Oh, of course. I'm glad you said it and not me.
Second of all, Kid Dynamite.
Well, he's also just got 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. The 2 Alpha Tauris are at the bottom of the grid. SW might have rear wing damage. The Slayer has front wing damage. Xavier is leading this race in the Ferrari. CBeebies is past his bedtime and up into 2nd. Chris Bailey is 3rd. Eugenie is 4th. MTO leaves the session after crashing out by the looks of things. Just to confirm for the drivers who might be listening into this, Tier 1 stewarding will not happen until tomorrow. Due to the lateness of the start of the race, due to glitches with the game, it will be tomorrow that stewarding is undertaken for Tier 1.
But just to add to that, send all your footage over tonight.
Yes, we want to make a start early doors tomorrow.
Yes, and send us your footage as you normally would, but we will look at it all tomorrow. So. Correct,
we shall indeed. Right, well, after what was pretty much a chaotic start, we are into safety car territory. So let's just look back on where we are. So the Slayer and Mint Viscount are in the pits. The Slayer didn't have a front wing, so he's back out. Obviously, Kid Dynamite went from pole to 16th. He's went from hero to 0. CBeebies is up into 2nd. Chris Bailey remains in 3rd. Let's just look at the position change. Let's see the winners. The Shakers are Nick BT up 8. Ollie Racing up 8. Biggest losers, Kid Dynamite down 15. That's a big red mark. And the Slayer down 5. Hodgie up 5 there as well. And the McLaren, he's the lead McLaren LRL, the hamburger. Well, that cow has vastly diminished itself because it's down in 15th. I think he was 13th to start off with, or 12th, so he's down 3.
Well, there is someone's position that's glitched because Ollie started 12. Yeah, it says he's up 8.
Oh well. Who would have thought that anything would be working perfectly, shall we say? Only one penalty.
I think it could be worse than last game, to be honest.
Well, that's true, to be perfectly honest. Only one penalty. That's Kid Dynamite for ignoring yellow flags. Remember, we generally don't remove in-game penalties unless there's a specific good reason to. That is why we say to all drivers, save your footage as you go. But I'm just glad we've got a race. It is a 50% race. We will race for full points in both drivers and constructors.
I agree with Mark Dennison. I'd actually settle for just the moving cars part.
Well, yes.
We've got moving cars, which is good.
To be fair, I'll settle for this. Because guess what? We can talk about fun facts under safety car chat. I've not been able to do safety car chat. What was Chris Bailey doing there? He absolutely nearly whacked himself into a wall there, and I don't know why I sound like Scotty out of Star Trek, but I do.
You just went so...
I went very Scottish. To very Scottish, aye, completely. Well, let me tell you about the French town of Brest. Now, that is a port city in Brittany. Brest is known for its rich maritime history and naval base. It's a lively university town. See, MRC University. We've culturally connected ourselves with the Brest. With lots of bars, restaurants, and an aquarium to keep you entertained. Now, not quite sure why you would go to a city in France and you would list an aquarium as one of your entertainments. I mean, that basically makes it sound as if you've got nothing else to offer. Now,
you are basically going to Slough.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have said Wolverhampton, ultimately, because, I mean, there's not much there either. But actually, if you look at Le Brest, which is very much on the Atlantic coast, Brest, the Bretagne airport, they are served by a multitude of aircraft. Now, Air France used to send their baby buses, their Airbus A318s into this airport. They don't. They've upgraded themselves to A320s, Embraer E70s and Airbus A321s. We're next to an airport. Safety cars in this lap, but we are next to an international airport. There's nothing international. There's nothing international about Le Castellet, I'll tell you that. Anyway, we are getting ready to go. Let's jump on board. Looking from the back of Saviour's Ferrari. He is...
I love the size of the Ferrari.
He is getting ready. Question is... Well, exactly. It is a dry race, blue skies, tyre temperatures, tyre wear will be through the roof. CBeebies is anxiously trying to get up because it's past CBeebies bedtime. At least it's not CBBC.
I just realised he's on hards and...
Yeah, Saviour on the mediums, yeah, exactly. Who has made the right call and who hasn't? But Saviour goes already and he's probably caught CBeebies out a little bit there. He has indeed. There we go, everybody is there. Chris Bailey has got Eugenie all over the back of him as well. J Sarge up to 5th from his starting place.
Run on Eugenie here as well into turn 1.
He does. Nobody gets through there. There's Bergen. He's dropped a little mark. Doing well in 8th place. His Helmut Hodge's got Nick BT. And one of the Alfa Romeos! Mark Ainsley Harriet's gone round. He's gone round and round like he was making a souffle and whipping it together. That's what has happened. Nick BT in 9th there and almost edging up the rear of Mark there. So gotta watch that out. There's Damalek in the Aston Martin. Bergen just kind of having his own little race here, but look at the battle between these three with Chris Bailey at the front of it. Eugenie, it's almost 2 aside, and we've got J Sarge behind, who's going to come into the Montreal chicane first, and Eugenie goes past there. Bailey's going to try and fight him round the outside and try and hang him around. Let's there, and J Sarge is getting involved as well. There we go, here's J Sarge. Bailey's going to drop from 3rd to 5th in the course of 2 corners. That's not what he would have been expecting.
Nick has just blown past Mark as well.
He has indeed.
So, what a start from Nick, 18th to 8th.
Wow, yeah, exactly. Chris Bailey is pretty much falling down here. I'll tell you one, J Sarge just kind of went a bit wide at the Bender corner. I'm going to rename that. We'll call it the breast corner. And there it is. Johnny up into third place. CBB is just in front of him in second, half a second past. DRS will be activated at the end of this lap. That is we're on lap number 4. Coming on to 5. And look at this, J Sarge has gone up the inside of Ujoni coming down into turn 1. That was a brave move. That'll allow Chris Bailey to just begin to sort of come back to them.
J Sarge is moving like a man possessed at the moment.
He is, he clearly has.
Very quick.
He's clearly listened to our slating of him as he got demoted from Ferrari to the junior team and is now trying to be Pierre Gasly.
I mean, would you want to drive for Ferrari with Bernard to charge a bit?
Well,
you probably made the right choice.
Strategy's awful. But there we go. Saviour out in front. 7/10 of a second clear. Further 7/10 of a second back is J Sarge. Everybody's looking to stay aligned at the moment. Rounding off the points is the Alpino of Reese. Ollie just behind him with G-Star leading the Haas 11-12. Hamburgers 13th. Kid Dynamite, pole sitter 14th. Viscount 17th. Mark Henley 19th after that spin.
Yeah. I mean, the field is still very close at the moment.
The field is really close. I think that's probably fundamentally key here. The field is really close. Nobody's really kind of getting away from each other. Mark and Reese having a good battle there. And look at this, just coming through Labose. Mark ran a little bit wide there as they come into the Bendor corner. He goes up the inside and Reese doesn't get a run. He will be quicker though as they come down into the final couple of corners, but that McLaren pretty much holding off that Alpine. Nicely done there.
He's keeping Nick they're keeping Nick quite close as well, even while battling like that, so...
They are. It's kind of we've now got this separation distinction. Saviour to Damalek, and then Mark pretty much to probably about Womax, roughly.
Yeah, it's pretty much Nick all the way down to about Womax, yeah.
Yeah, let's jump on board with the McLaren. Remember, DRS is now activated. We've got a yellow in Sector 1, and that's Mark Inley. Kid Dynamite! Oh, the pole sitter and the race winner from Austria. He is hating France right now because, well, he's last. But here we go. But we're on board with...
bring him back though.
They will indeed. Let's see, DRS activated for Helmut Hodge. And Nick BT doing a little bit of weaving there. Camel ball by CBeebies gets 3 seconds already, so he's pushing the limits. Mark just overshooting the Montreal chicane slightly there. But look at this! Ollie is going round the outside, or trying to go round the outside of Reese. That was a bold move from the man from the southwest, not southwest, well it could be southwest, because it could be southwest of anywhere. But there we have it, Camel Ball Boy. Oh, what's this, Chris Bailey? Has he had a moment? He has! Coming through Labose, he has, and he's now round. He's got his teammate Bergen to the right of him just now. CBeebies is in third. J Sarge is in second. What a move he has made as the man. Reese and Mark. Look at this. Mark's there's about four wide at this point. So Mark is like Reese passed. A little bit of wheel bang there. There's an Ollie Racing Haas appearing. Haas has invigorated the man.
Lost out so badly there.
Very good question. We'll come back to that one. Answers on a postcard. We'll receive it at some point, knowing the French postal service or the British one.
4 places in about 2 corners.
Hasn't it? I'll tell you one thing. Come on, boys. Remember. Oh, we had a bit of glitching there. I think that might be Ollie's Haas is jumping a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. But I'll tell you one thing. Let's just. Yep, J Sarge. Yep, half a second. Let's just have a look at that Ferrari. There is the Alfa Romeo. CBeebies just behind him.
But Mr. Sarge is running very well on the old battery.
He is indeed. He's kind of using. No, and Saviour's got a plan here, though. I think this is probably the key side of things. The 2 Williams there, Damalek, there's Reese. Reese is kind of now broken away from that Mark, Ollie, Nick BT battle. And it is literally a train that sits behind him. Reese is 9/10 of a second. Let's just watch Mark and Ollie. This is where the battle is, although J Sarge will be coming to it shortly. Ollie's going to go up the inside. No, he doesn't. Mark runs slightly wide, but we're just going to jump back because Saviour is now only a 1/4 of a second clear of J Sarge. Jason has been absolutely pushed by the many comments of support we gave him in the qualifying show. That's what we're going to call it.
Had a moment.
Damalek is round, Dan Busters is gone. J Sarge as though he's going to take the lead into turn 1. Saviour's going to gift him at the moment. He can come back at him. And that's what we're going to call it, folks. The qualifying show and the race show. There you go. We have shows in MRC now.
How much is J Sarge taking out of those tyres though? Because he looks like he's pushing.
This is and this is probably where some of the challenges where we don't always see that. But look at the ERS, right? CBB's 41%. Mark's passed Ollie.
High count spun.
Yep, I'll tell you what, we've got battles aplenty going across the board. We don't know where to watch, but we're going to go back to the front, just only on the basis that Saviour and CBBs are chasing down the BMW fondness of Jason. But they haven't got past him this time, so let's just jump back to the Mark battle. He's got Nick BT right behind him.
Side by side.
Oh, where's it going to go? Nick BT's going to go up the inside. Is Mark going to try and hang him around on the outside? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of that there. And look, his McLaren teammate, Hamburger LRL has joined him. What's happened to Ollie? Ollie's down the back of the field.
We've got Bailey and Eugenie. Bailey just gone past.
Oh, there's battles aplenty going on in this circuit. Who'd have thought dry weather and 10 o'clock at night would be your entertainment on a Monday evening, 10:15.
I wish France in real life was like this.
Well, exactly. Who knows what will happen in Tier 3 on Wednesday night. Remember, Tier 3, 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and Tier 4, 8:45 PM on Wednesday. CBB's trying to get the pace down. Remember, different strategies. Hard mediums here.
Yeah. I think his tyres will be coming into play now because if you remember, the mediums went off about now in the Tier 2 race. So,
yeah,
those hard tyres are probably coming in.
J-Sarge's got the mediums on as well.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But he hasn't really neither of them have gapped Bald Boy, so Bald Boy's obviously got good grip there.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they've got a wild Willy Boy chasing them.
Well, Chris Bailey's just ran wide, really, coming through the sort of part of Stabom and onto the Mistral Straight. Bergen is there. Bergen's about to lose out to Eugenie. Bergen did pass Eugenie, but the Red Bull is about to take the Williams again, coming down and skid. Oh, fine almighty. Fairly did a move there, did Eugenie. Oh, I got to watch when you kind of cut back in front of people, boys. Alpine 7 and 8, McLaren 19. Look at the I got to say, Nick BT is just leading a train of Formula 1 cars. Literally.
He's just leading a train of everyone.
He is. That's it. I mean, we're almost in a very... and that's it. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. Check that. Head on down to the description to vote for your driver of the day. Head on down was out of the good old... I'm sure, like Bruce Forsyth's Play Your Cards Right. Come on down! There we go, and I'm not Bruce Forsyth.
Driver of the day definitely is in Codemasters.
I can tell you that right now. Look at this! Mark's going round the outside of Nick BT as they come through into the final couple of corners of Lac and Pont. And Mark has done it. What a great move there. And I'll tell you what, LRL's trying to do it as well. Nick BT is struggling. Yes, but SW.
Really compromised off exit, and the other two are now coming. SW and
yes.
Mark Haney, I think it is, are both coming towards him now.
Yeah, indeed. This is going to allow Helmet Hodge to escape. Mark Ainsley Harriott is coming back into swings. There's G-Star, and Kid Dynamite got a really big snap off the front end of that Red Bull. And absolutely got torn apart there and nearly ended up back, and he's about to lose another position to Womax, who's going to try and go round the outside of Hotel and into camp. Doesn't quite make it there. Right, let's jump back up to the front where we still have a race.
Boy just had a little look at Saviour, but Saviour had him covered heading down there this time.
Oh, we've got yellow in 2, and that is Slayer, unfortunately for the Alpha Tauri. But look at this, CBBS is hunting down Saviour. J Sarge. Jason's not able to break that 1 second DRS window. Look, Saviour's went really deep into Labose. He's going to get a better run, but CBBS. Oh, they're going to little tap. But here we go as we come now into Bendor Corner. Who's going to get the better run through it? Oh, the Mercedes is going to have him around the outside, and Saviour. He is a little bit, but is he going to be able to keep it? Saviour would be better just keeping that until the straights and then fighting that one. No point losing time. CBBS will get DRS. This is allowing Bailey, Christopher Bailey to slowly come back at them. He's about 2 seconds behind though, but they're getting there.
Savior's grip is definitely going. For sure, yeah. You can tell with that.
Definitely. Let's jump now. Bergen is pitted, so Bergen has decided the mediums have done enough after lap 11. Lap 11? How did we get to lap 11? Mark up into 7th. He's got his teammate behind. He's flashing already, though, is Mark. He's got basically no ERS, 10%. His teammate, 46%.
Are you saying Mark's got a flashy bum?
Mark is flashing us. It's not the first time that has happened, but there we go. No, exactly. Nick BT up into 10. Mark Ainley has went, well, very much deep because he's just had 5 seconds for basically skipping turns 3 and 4. I think he may have had a moment. He's got another 3 seconds as well for multiple hours. 8 seconds penalties in one corner, mate. Not going to go well down for you. SW after a spin on the opening lap when he ended up rear in the Tech Pro. LRL though is past Mark, so the two McLarens have either swapped places. Remember though, in terms of tyres, both are on the hard compound tyres. There isn't any tyre difference between them. And Camel Ball by CBeebies has spun. It's past the watershed for CBeebies, and he's gone round, and he's absolutely lit up those hard compound tyres. So his battling with Saviour and J-Sarge cost him. He's now down to 5th.
And the thing is, he had the tyre advantage at this point as
well.
He did.
So
Sarge's it, and so Saviour.
Saviour, good call for the both of them. I think they've both got the pace here. I think they're comfortably beating the rest of the field at the present moment in time. I don't think there's any concerns with that. Camel Ball Boy continues. I mean, 15 laps for a set of mediums, that would work for him. Let's see, there's J Sarge coming out. Saviour is already gone. J Sarge is going to come out in front of Saviour, so remember the immersive pit stops are here as well. Let's just jump back because Mark is only 0.2 of a second behind his teammate, the Hamburger. Kid Dynamite, no, 3 seconds. Nick BT, 3 seconds. The times are starting, the time penalties are starting.
Yeah, this isn't a track that you'd think on paper should produce a lot of time penalties, but it does.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of it.
Yeah. 100%. And again, we will keep an eye out. So let's have a look, because Mark Ainley is beginning to come back through the field again. CBeebies gets 3 seconds. I think those hard compound tyres, especially after lighting them up, might be a bit done.
He's making a move on
Mark. It was deep. That was a little bit deep.
Mark,
it was
very good.
It was indeed, and Mark just moving to the left hand side of the track to try and break the toe of Kid Dynamite.
Kid Dynamite showing some real pace now with the fastest lap and everything. So,
yep. Viscount is just behind J Sarge, but in front of his teammates. I'd expect Viscount to move out the way for Saviour, or at least try and challenge J Sarge and slow him down a little bit. Mark, what's happened to Mark? He's lost a place too. Kid Dynamite and Mark Ainley, although Mark Ainley did pass him. Eugoni is in the pits. So
has something happened to Saviour?
No, he pitted.
When they pitted.
Yes, but he came out in about a second difference, and I think he hasn't quite yet come out or passed his teammate. I would be expecting Viscount to be letting Saviour through in the interest of his teammate's race. Now, Eugoni comes out behind Saviour, so from that position, that is done. CBeebies is still in second place. Reese in third, LRL fourth.
Still going very strong in those mediums, though.
He is. I think probably what we're going to find though is that the hard compound tyre we know can run till lap 27 or 26. We've seen it in tier 2 many hours ago. Yeah. But again, the softs aren't going to work around here. Even if you took those mediums, I don't know, another 5 or 6 laps, you couldn't get to the end on softs, could you? I wouldn't have thought so. So we'll see. J Sarge has passed SW. J Sarge gets 3 seconds, so crucial there in the battle. Viscount needs to let his teammate through. Yeah. The Ferraris are losing time here, and I get he wants to impress. I think it's his first race with us, but there has to be the team game as well. And I think Saviour may be sitting there shouting expletives in German right now.
It won't be Danker, that's for sure.
No, it won't. Maybe other things. There's Womax in the Aston Martin. Bergen gets 3 seconds. Bergen down in 17th. He has pitted, remember.
He definitely does, but Joni's also a bit stuck because he's approaching Slayer now as well. So
now, is this Viscount? Yeah, he has indeed. Yeah. Viscount has been let through, or is let through. Saviour, right thing to do. A lap and a half too late, in my view. $1 late and $1 definitely short. But it is learning. SW just in front in the Alpha Tauri in the hard compounds, and then J Sarge just 3/4 of a second now, half a second behind Womax in the battling Nick BT. This is going to be interesting from J Sarge.
Massive moment for Saviour.
Oh, that's no good.
Like I think it might have been a glitch actually.
Let's see. Oh, Nick BT got out of shape coming onto the Mistral straight. This is going to allow J-Surge to sail past the both of them. DRS is going to be open here. That has compromised Womax. And here it goes, 3 abreast down the Mistral straight. The Aston Martin of Womax coming into brake now. And J-Surge just so much more confident on the brakes. More confidence. Tyres not old. And he just powers out. And he now puts 4 places between him and Saviour.
Yeah, that's going to be big for this race. But
it is
that penalty.
It does, and I think this is fundamentally part of the challenge, shall we say, for it. Remember, do vote for your driver of the day. Link is there. Chris Bailey is pitting, so Bailey is in the pit. So here's the question: how far is he going to come out behind Sarge and Saviour? Because Sarge is just coming into the final corner.
He might actually have jumped Saviour, you know.
I don't think he will have. Saviour's just coming round. No, Saviour, he won't jump Saviour. Well, certainly I would be shocked if he did. No, he doesn't. Okay, but he's not far behind. But I still think he's further behind than he would have wanted. The problem is, and this is where
got you, Joni, though, just about.
Yeah, and this is the good thing about this game, and there are many challenges with this game that we all know of at time, including lobby glitches. But the strategy mixes allow it to be where you can have someone like Saviour, who is on newer hard compound tyres, fighting against SW, who's on worn hard compound tyres, and it's racing aplenty. The hard compound tyres are a much more attractive proposition this year.
They are. Last year they were unusable. I think we can all agree on that.
Yes. Slippery.
At least the majority of tracks they were virtually unusable. Here, once they warm up, they're actually okay.
Well, they were really good in Austria as well, as I found out on Wednesday night. Until they spun.
Did you start on them? I can't remember.
No, I started on the mediums.
No, it was Mark who started on them, wasn't it?
It was, it was indeed. Yeah. Mark Ainley in 3rd place at the moment after his trials and tribulations at the early start. Got Kid Dynamite just behind him. Reese is in 2nd. CBeebies is out the lead. He's on his hard compound tyres, so he could go. LRL gets 5 seconds for exceeding track limits, so he's done something naughty. And Womax also gets 3 seconds. Mark Ainley is in the pit lane, as is LRL, as is Womax, as is Nick BT. Now, could LRLs have been from that little glitch potentially within the pit stops? He does get his 5 seconds before the McLaren mechanics can work on him. We did define what could happen. Saviour's not making... The problem that Saviour's got now is... J Sarge has just passed Mark, and J Sarge and Mark are having a little battle with each other. Mark, that's probably not your battle right now, but good on the battle. Saviour is now 3 and a bit seconds behind J Sarge. And this is the problem. Yeah. He pitted at the same time, he's came out, and he's not been able to get through the traffic as quickly. Although Saviour is about to take SW just now. There he goes. Happy days for Saviour. Passes southwest 3582. There we go. Ooh, I'll tell you what, you jump over that curb and you think, oh, is the car going to stick?
Yeah. I'll tell you what annoys me though. We've got a Toblerone lead in the race.
I know. I don't like that. We need. Like the Mercedes needs to get out the way. In a wall, whatever. We're happy. Or a gearbox issue. But there we have it. See, to be fair though, right, CBeebies could, in theory, go to lap 26 and then pit. But the problem is, his gap at the moment...
Bruce is in, sorry.
Yeah, thinking about it though, right, if he pits now, he's going to come out 13th, probably. 13th.
Yeah, roughly,
And there's going to be others that pit, so it'll kind of boost him up, but it's not... this is the thing, I don't think there's fundamentally going to be... I mean, he's only 14 seconds ahead of J Sarge. Now, he's going to come out 20 seconds behind him, ultimately. So, this is... And this is
34 seconds here for a pit stop.
I thought it was about 30 seconds for a pit stop. Roughly.
Yeah, it probably is. Their pit lane's slower than all the rest, isn't it? So
yeah. So, I mean... Okay, Saviour's done 5 laps, so is J Sarge. But if you're coming out 20 seconds behind, you're not going to make that up. I mean, I'm trying to understand what this solution is right now. Is this solution
Yeah, he's in a bit of a hardball place. He needs a safety car. That would save his day, quite literally. VSC,
yes, you're right. I think that pretty much would assist him, shall we say, for it.
Yeah. I mean, Kid Dynamite's in a bit of a predicament as well, being as he's on mediums. So,
yeah, I mean, he's going to have to go, but then, and CBB's pits, so it's going to be mediums? No way could he get to the end on softs. Let's just check and see what Kid Dynamite...
3 seconds for coming in the pits.
Oh, he's not going to be a happy bunny in that Mercedes. Let's see what he puts on mediums. So he's going to the end on those mediums. But again, this is similar-esque of Ferrari yesterday. Well, no, it's similar to Ferrari yesterday with Sainz. I don't... Yeah. That pit stop strategy has not worked for CBBs.
It's not worked, but he did have to pit at some point.
Well, he did.
And his was more of a... When is there a good time really for him to pit without losing loads?
Yeah. And it's actually maybe...
It's not got that bad. He's net P4. So...
Yeah, and look at that, LRL.
In his side.
Yes, LRL's just done the fastest lap there. But I mean, to be fair, Camel Bobby, okay, the actual pit lane loss must be less because he's only come out about 10-11 seconds behind J Sarge. So actually it is slightly less than what we were predicting earlier. But still, it'll be interesting to see that gap difference because right now, I don't know where he sits in this whole race. It's a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, okay, VXR, Viscount needs to pit again. So that's definitely going to up him a position. Kid Dynamite needs to pit again, yeah. It's then going to be the rest of it. But we'll keep an eye, because you never know.
Kid's going to drop majorly. Probably to around about 13th, 14th. You would think
potentially. I mean, okay. I mean, he's just pitted and he's just got that 5-second penalty exceeding track limits, which we've warned people for a few times. But I'm sure if he wants to just look into it, he will. So J Sarge takes the lead in the Alfa Romeo. Saviour takes second. His teammate is now third. I'll tell you what, good showing from Viscount.
At the moment, is good long stint as well, and good pace on the stint.
Yeah,
protecting Saviour well as well. But can I just say, look at how close that gap is with the 3 seconds between Saviour and Sarge.
No, I know. But those 3 seconds will be crucial. And if actually if Saviour can make inroads into that lead, I think that 3 seconds is stabilised right now.
It is at the moment. They're very much tit for tat kind of thing. Like they are very close. But
Camel Bobo is still about 10 seconds behind J Sarge, so again that gap isn't coming down, although he is chasing you, Joni, in that Red Bull. You'll have DRS, look at that, the rear wing of that Mercedes wide open, the triangular shape, purple triangle, or silver triangle. If it was a quality street,
if he didn't
purple.
have a penalty, he'd have a potential good chance of maybe winning this, but because of the penalty it's hard.
But this is the thing, Saviour only has to stay within 3 seconds of J Sarge.
Yeah.
Now, 9 seconds for CBBs. Let's see, clearly we get sound effects as well.
I don't know what that was.
9 seconds of a penalty. There we go. That's the crowd's approval of the 9 seconds of penalties. Kid Dynamite is 8 seconds. 3 seconds for a few others, but pretty much everybody is there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But Saviour is beginning to gain. 2.5, 2.4.
Xavier is Ball Boy's going to be quicker. If Ball Boy catches him and he has to fight with Ball Boy, that could be the issue for him. Because everything he gains then gets lost.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's one of these, it's just going to play out. There's still obviously 8 laps to go pretty much, so...
Oh yeah, exactly. There's still 7 laps to go, still plenty to go with. Ollie has recovered up to 11th, but his little moments earlier on haven't helped. And don't know what's happened to the two McLarens, LRL and Mark, down at 15th and 17th. It hasn't really worked out for them.
No, because obviously, yeah, it really hasn't worked out for them, has it? Because they were both, I think, even before pit stops happened, like 8th and 9th or 7th and 8th or something. Yeah,
they have very much fallen down. But then if you think about it, go from 11th of Ollie, which is 21.4 seconds behind the leader, down to Mark, or Nick BT, you've got 6-7 cars all within about 5-6 seconds of each other.
Train.
Yeah, it's a DRS train ultimately.
And obviously Mark started on hard, so he would have got undercut severely by these guys behind.
Yeah, no, definitely. Kid Dynamite, he won't, at the moment, not going to be extending his championship lead. 14th.
He's on those softs, but he's got, I think, way more penalties than anyone else as well, hasn't he? So
commander of the Saviour, 2.2 now behind J Sarge. 3-second penalty J Sarge has set. I'll tell you again, I'm sorry, I'm going to come back to this. Viscount, still going.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Still going. And you know what? Yes, he will have to pay, and yes, it's likely he'll fall outside of the points. But you know what? Good, solid race from him. Kept himself clean. No track infringement penalties or anything like that. Kid Dynamite's put on a set of softs. I'm not going to say if that's the right or wrong thing.
He's really well as well. That's
he has.
Thing, like, he really has.
He has, and it's good to see. We like that when people do reserve him.
Xavier a lot of favours here as well, with the fact that he's got a charging Ball Boy right behind him, and Xavier doesn't want that anywhere near him.
But the only problem with CBBS is CBBS has 9 seconds of penalties. So Xavier could, if CBBS was to get near him, let him through and just use him for DRS. But the problem is he needs to stay within that 3-second gap.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm more saying them tyres from Camo Ball Boy are that much better that if he got near Mr. Xavier, it could cost Xavier time, so
yeah,
his Viscount could protect him from that effectively.
Yeah, he does need to. Let's see what is Viscount pitting. No.
I don't think he's going to till very late on if he's playing the team game.
Yeah, I don't know what's quite happening with the Williams, Chris Bailey and Bergen.
Well, Chris is still there. He's still in a net P6? No, P5. So that's about where he was before the stops. And Bergen obviously P9.
Yeah, Bergen P9 at the moment. Not too bad. Gigione into 5th.
Happy there, I'm sure.
Well, Ollie Racing moves up into 11th, passes Mark Inley. Good to see there. Bergen gets 3 seconds time penalty. 2.7 now between J Sarge and Xavier, so that's increased.
Damalek and Bergen are having a little scrap here. I think that's the closest one on track at the moment, those two.
They are, indeed. So. Oh, we've got spinning Williams there. Bergen's gone round. And all of a sudden,
wow.
The forecasted Williams 1-2 from some people earlier, not happening. So that allows Ollie into the points, and he's asked, look at this, there was about 3 abreast coming running there. There we go, it's 2 Hasses and an Alfa Romeo. Oh, God, this could all end in disaster. Oh.
I'm used to seeing this for last, not for the last point place.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's the Haas and the Alpha, they're going to touch. Oh, why did they not touch there? I think they might have had a little bit of wheel banging there, but there we go.
Look who's joined them.
I know, Kid Dynamite, exactly. He really needs to just get past this lot. He doesn't need to get involved in their racing, otherwise it's going to destroy any opportunity he has in those soft companies.
That's his issue though, as
yes.
well.
Oh, it is completely.
Yeah.
Ollie's kind of went from 10th to 12th. But some great running there between G-Star, Mark Ainley and Ollie. The two McLarens, I'm puzzled
boys
by
right
them.
on the back of Viscount.
I am puzzled.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that.
Yeah. Very puzzled by the two McLarens, 16th and 17th. It just has not worked out for them. Nick BT, it's not worked out for him either. J Sarge 2.4, and Viscount's now got CBBS right behind him. CBBS with DRS. And here we go. The Merc is about to pass.
But he's defending reasonably
He is. Yes, so he goes right up behind. Has anyone told Viscount he needs to pit?
He's Alex Alboning this. I mean, if he pulls it off, I'd love to see him do it now, to be honest.
They would.
Remaining neutral, but...
And to back Mazel's
But you've also
perspective.
got the Slayer there who hasn't pit yet in P8.
Yeah.
So...
3 seconds for J Sarge, still 2.2 seconds the difference.
I'd love to know. Isn't it times like this where you'd love to know how many warnings Saviour has?
Well, yes, you would. But again, it's going to be how that actually goes in theory, but we'll see. He's keeping it going. He's got to just keep it going. That's the whole thing. He's just got to keep the pressure on. Remember, 3 seconds that CBBS is behind Saviour. He's got 9 seconds of penalties, does CBBS. So,
would you like to know how many warnings Saviour has?
2.
1.
Wow, there you go. But
I definitely didn't just check race director.
No, but I think the key thing here for him is he has to make sure he doesn't, in the last few laps, become solely focused on pushing. He has to do the same thing that he's done for the last 24 laps. If you go back to, if I talk about Austria last week chasing down Tom Brown, I tried to do something different in lap 35 that I hadn't done for 34 laps before, so he's just got to keep the focus.
Yeah, but there is one thing. Saviour is now also a champion, and he got that through consistency.
Yes, indeed.
I think if one man knows how to keep it on the track, it's probably that man right there. So,
yep, Viscount.
You've got a 3-time champ and a double champ.
Yep.
Fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Viscount, 4th still at the moment. Eugenie is in 5th. Mark Ainley is down to 12th. Kid Dynamite up to 11th. So Kid Dynamite on his recovery drive after the early part of the race issues. He's still gone those soft compound tyres. And we've got 3 laps to go.
5 laps old now, but yeah.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. And I'll tell you what, those soft compound tyres are still going. They're still decent. He thinks.
And Viscount still hasn't pitted.
No, he hasn't. He's just going to the end. He's going, screw this. I'll just go at the end.
I think he's kind of just thinking, how far will I get dropped with 20 seconds added on? I hope he's got a race engineer to explain to him last.
Well, yes.
To be honest. But
exactly. Chris Bailey in 6th. His race has kind of fallen away as Bailey. He hasn't. It's just, I don't know. There's quite a few drivers whose races have just went down the spout quicker than a
it's
spider.
Just flattened out, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
It's it hasn't really got that much
at the moment, sadly.
Yep. Viscount's still there.
Good return to Tier 1 for Damalek as well, though. P9.
Yes, P9.
No
good.
penalties.
Good there.
So currently he's going to be ahead of Slayer and Reese as well. So.
Yep. Coming on to the penultimate lap shortly. J Sarge 2.2 ahead of Saviour, but remember, Mark Ainley gets 3 seconds. But remember, Saviour is 1.9 now. Eugenie's passed Viscount. Wonder if J Sarge is he starting to have issues?
For Mark Ainley may have just rescued Kid Dynamite a point, you know.
Well, Kid Dynamite's yeah, maybe. Tell you one thing though, I'm just looking at it, right? J Sarge is gap to Saviour 1.7 seconds.
Yeah.
Now
Saviour's still got a lot more battery than him as well. So
Viscount gets 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately for him. That will come onto his finishing position, but Saviour 2 seconds, penultimate lap. J Sarge needs a second or more to win this race. And
he
at the
hasn't got
moment,
the battery to do it either, though.
no, he doesn't. 11%, 32% for Saviour. I wonder whether he'll have the tyre life, but you just watch from the helicopter cam and look at some of these shots. G-Star gets 3 seconds.
Yeah. Johnny's going to be staying in 4th even with his penalty. With camo CBB penalty, I should say.
Well, if Johnny stays within the 9 seconds, he'll get a podium. At the moment. No, sorry, yes. Yeah, no, he does. So, let's just change the intervals, because 9 seconds for CBBS would drop him to 4th.
I had it in my head that he only had 3 for some reason.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, apparently we've got the future is here. We'll just avoid that, people.
Yeah.
Seems to be happening a lot more often. Clearly something MRC's doing right. But there we go, coming on to the final lap, folks, here at Paul Ricard for Tier 1. It's been a bit of a stop-start race session. Qualifying is on a separate stream. Check the qualifying show out. And then we had 2 restarts.
A no-start stream.
It was, yeah, exactly. We nearly got to the point of not running a race at all due to some glitches within the lobby. 1.8 seconds, Ollie gets 3 seconds. Final lap, Saviour 1.7 seconds behind. You've got a yellow in Sector 3. I think that's one of the Aston Martins. That's Damalek. But you were saying he was doing so well.
Yeah.
He's down now to 16th, 15th. Yep. Shame for Viscount as well. He's going to probably drop to the back of the field. Saviour though, here we go, 1.7 seconds coming down the Mistral straight into the Montreal chicane for the final time. Camel Ball by CBBS is 1.4 behind Saviour. It is a late one, ladies and gentlemen. Tier 1
may get a point here.
He may well do, yep, you're right. J-Star's now 1.6. So as long as Saviour keeps it clean, doesn't change anything, doesn't change his habits, he is in a good place to win this race and gain 25 points. Just in terms of fastest lap for the race is currently Kid Dynamite. So we'll keep it there. But here we come to the final part of the lap, coming down into Bonk. The final corner. 1.1 is the gap, 1 second is the gap. Jay Sarge is going to take the victory on the track, but when the results stand, it's going to be Saviour that is going to take the victory. And there we go. He does indeed. Camel Ball by CBs comes across the line in 3rd. He's going to lose that because Johnny's going to take the podium, and the Red Bull, is he going to go 3rd? Yes, he does. CBBS finishes 4th. Chris Bailey's going to come across the line in 5th place. Then Reese is going to take 6th. And then it's a myriad of penalties. Who's going to finish where? We shall see. Kid Dynamite gets 5 seconds for an uncertain penalty. That's going to knock him out the points by the looks of things, is it?
Oh, that's such a shame for him.
It might not. It depends. Yeah. No, it keeps him 9th. Yeah, SW and the Slayer, the 2 Alpha Terries, were last at the end of lap 1. They have made 7th and 8th. Viscount, unfortunately, but good race from him. Kid Dynamite 9th, Mark Ainley in 10th, good recovery drive. Ollie unlucky not to get a point. Sue McLaren's 12th and 13th, fell away, didn't quite know what happened there. G-Star 14th, Wimax 15th, Damalek 16th, Viscount, Bergen and Nick BT. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
At any point?
Near enough, yes. He did indeed. I think it was early on in the race, though, to be perfectly honest. Exactly.
Lap 1, wasn't it? He lost his wing.
Yeah. SW. And we'll do the podium, and then we will round out, ladies and gentlemen. There is a Ferrari man. He is German in a Ferrari. He's sharing with an Alfa Romeo driver. Well, yeah, exactly. A German in a Ferrari. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. What an enthralling. We got there eventually, due to lobby glitches, etc. Apologies for that. It went on longer than we would have expected. 22:47 UK time. We do have drivers who are racing in other countries as well, but there is the podium celebrations. But here is your final result. Saviour takes the win after J Sarge's 3-second penalty. Johnny comes 3rd in the Red Bull. CBBS in 4th in the Mercedes. Christopher Bailey comes down in 5th after starting 3rd. Reese Whitcomb brings up to 6th from 7th. SW comes from 19th to 7th in his AlphaTauri. 7-8 for AlphaTauri with the Slayer in 8th. Kid Dynamite finishes 9th despite starting in pole. Had an awful start, dropped to 4th, and then went round. He finishes 9th. Mark Hanley takes final point for Alfa Romeo. Then we've got Ollie, we've got LRL, we've got Mark, we've got G-Star, and then Wimax, Damalek, Viscount, Bergen, Nick, BT. Mike was the only one who didn't finish. He did not finish on lap 1. But there we have it, folks. Ultimately, great result, great racing. Thank you for bearing with us this evening through some technical challenges. But as always, tune in on Wednesday evening, 7 PM for Tier 3. It's 8:45, Tier 4 on Wednesday evening. Connor, thank you very much for the last 2 hours. It almost did feel like a full Grand Prix. But do tune in again, and we will see you on Wednesday evening.